Good evening, friends. It is 4:15 in the evening, and as promised, myself, Nagu Chidambaram, and Geeta Nagu, we are live here with you with two more chapters to be discussed today. And those two chapters are how HNIs and businesses and business owners and entrepreneurs and all the people in the society have run together and trying to create a much safer world. Everybody is trying to do their best on how this situation can be controlled. So it's very heartening to see that. The second topic of the day is going to be how can we identify opportunities in these moments of crisis. So I think, friends, this is all going to be very interesting as a conversation. As you join us, I'm sure we are going to be getting in a lot of questions. And before we do that, before we get into questions, Nagu, what do you think about the way people have reacted together on this scenario? How do you think about the way people have reacted to this scenario? We can't hear you, Nagu. Geeta, can you talk?
Yes, everybody is gotten with that attitude of what is the need of the hour, and they are all contributing, corporates and MNCs, companies, whatever size they are and whoever they are. It's a fabulous, heartwarming experience to see that. And if you look at Mahindras and Tatas, they've gone to the extent of re-engineering and making products, re-engineering their production capacity and making products of what we need today. So
absolutely,
if you take Google, and they have collaborated, partnered with PMO's office, and have the Google Pay and distribution of money throughout everywhere. And SAP has set up a platform for the migrant workers. Like that, all companies, MNCs, your Indian companies, and companies of all sizes have, and HNI's huge contribution is coming, and it's so heartwarming to see this.
Absolutely. Yes, Nagu, what are your comments on that? I think, Nagu, you're losing on your voice. Can you talk now? The audio has gone wrong. Can you talk? Remove the headphones and talk, Nagu. Remove the headphones and talk. Go on the speakerphone. No, go on the direct speaker. No issues. Can you hear it now? No, you're not audible. So you check out and check in again. Yeah. So Geeta, that is Sunny Tatele who's saying hi to all of us. Good to see you guys. And Sunny, it's nice to be having you online. These are going to be very interesting times. The government is playing a very interesting role. All the railway coaches getting converted into an ICU situation is such a fabulous move. In fact, the whole world admired at the way the Indian government at the center and all the governments at the state level also reacted. We were one of the first people in the world. India is one of the first people in the world, one of the first country in the world to react with the lockdown instantly. And that is the reason why the challenge is not so much in India as it is compared to the other locations across the world. So I feel how fast you react is very important, and how people participate. Friends, have we realized one thing? Because of having a large population, this population has swung into action so quickly. The number of volunteers, the number of medical assistants, the number of doctors, the numbers are really playing it positive to the current scenario, taking care of the population. Yes, Geeta, what would you say on that?
That is absolutely so right. And everybody's contribution. And also you get very innovative, like how you said, how the, your railway berths were coaches were all used for this purpose. It is very innovative solution. So you get resourceful in times of crisis. What happens is it's a very good study for all of us, a learning for all of us. Everybody gets very innovative, and out of the resources which is available, you tend to solve your problem. Fantastic way, and the way the nation stood with us, and the way everybody, right from the grassroots level to the leader level, everybody is involved in the whole thing is fabulous. It makes us so proud that we belong.
So proud. Yes, Nagu, you are now audible. You can go ahead.
No, I think you people have covered it all, and just that I'm so
lovely. So there is a dear friend Ajay Jain, and his question is, what should real estate broker do in the lockdown time and thereafter? My friend, everybody in this world has to sell and sell. There is no lockdown to sell. There are people, there are phone connections, there is internet, there is broadcast, there is live broadcast, there is Facebook, there is everything available in this world. People are sitting at home. There is plenty of time on their hands. you can talk to them, you can do video presentations over the internet, you can convince them, you can pitch them the projects, and a lot of sales can happen. So, Nagu, what is your take on how to we be productive during the lockdown time?
No, there are so many opportunities that are available. If you start looking at how best you could utilize the time that's available with you, there'll be a whole load of stuff that you can really think of, which you originally did not think of, did not fathom. Even if you thought of, really didn't have the time to put it to action. And the best thing is to ideate. And Rajesh, in one of your chapters, you've really put about a lot of thought into the opportunities that are available. So basically, during this time, what you think, how you can take it forward. The opportunities are stunning. And I really love the point that you said, positivity. And then you backed it up by saying, today, everybody's mindset has to be positive, economically speaking, because this is the maximum it can go to the worst. It cannot go any further. So the only way forward is up. And if only way forward is up, what more positivity than you need? I think that was positivity at its best. And that's so right and true. It's so right and true that you look at all opportunities from here. Every step you take is towards a positive given direction. I think that was fabulous.
Thank you so much, Nagu. And thank you for such a sweet comment by Nitin Sawant, who says very positive things. It will be very awkward for me to read what he has written, but thank you, Nitin Sawant, for that. That very personal, positive comment. Thank you so much. Geeta, the way businesses have come together, there is no competition. Have we realized one thing? In this current scenario, we are not using the word competition at all.
Exactly.
We are all one. We are all having the same attitude towards people, towards mankind, and making sure that support and assistance can reach to the maximum number of people. There is no competition. We are all one. We are all equals, and we are here to serve the society as entrepreneurs and as citizens of India and global citizens. So, Geeta, what's your take on how the people have shown so much of empathy and such a lot of emotional connect with the people, to the known people as well as to the unknown people?
The whole thing, the only thing which is remaining is being human across the globe and across India, everywhere. What is swelling in all our hearts is so much of love for the known, unknown, for the whole human race. So it's all about being human, and it's such a fabulous feeling. You want everybody to be healthy. You want everybody to prosper. You want everybody to be safe. You want all nations to be. Now we totally understand we are all one. We are interlinked, and everything is actually connected together. It is a beautiful spiritual course which has happened for the entire universe, I would say, which has brought all of us together by heart and by thoughts together. From this is going to emerge a very beautiful world, and full of positivity and full of goodness for everybody is what I totally believe in, Rajesh.
That's being
Thank you so much, Chitra Karnani Prasad. Yes. So there is a comment from Chitra Karnani Prasad. She says, "Hi guys, it is cooperation and not competition." Chitra, you are absolutely bang on. It is not competition. It is cooperation. It is humanity. It is emotions, it is relationships to the known and to the unknown. It's a fabulous new world that we are saying.
Yes, it is only emotional quotient which is going to rule the world. It is only EQ, and it is not about IQ anymore at all.
Okay, so Sunny is trying to send some message which I have not actually understood, but I'm sure he's trying to communicate something. Competition change to compassions and cooperations. Thank you, Chitra. That is very intelligent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I feel these are changed times. The emotions of people have changed. The relationships of people have changed. We have become more aware. We have become more alive in our hearts. It is not only the mind which is working. There is a direct connection between the heart and the mind. And that is what is called as social entrepreneurship. Every entrepreneur today is absolutely a social entrepreneur who's taking care of his employees, who's taking care of his vendors, who's taking care of his customers. Nagu, what is the light that you can throw on that topic?
No, it's so important that today everybody's mindset is towards how do I reduce cost? Okay, so before we get into the topic of how do you reduce cost, which is another point that you've mentioned in your chapters, I think it's very important to understand what is the positivity, which we just discussed, and then we look at how do you plan. Because now it's very important that you plan. You need a plan A, you need a plan B, and you need a plan C. Why are we talking about so many plans? We're talking about so many plans because we're just trying to say, we are going to make any one plan fit to a given situation. Because given situation could be whatever, it will open up good, but we need to be prepared. Towards that, we can have a particular cost control mechanism, but we cannot go in for a cost slash. Because if you're going to go about cost slashing indiscriminately, then that could be really disastrous. So those are the points that are very nicely put in the chapters, which are not only positive, but very practical. You always say you need to plan to work and then work your plan. I think that's so perfect in today's situation.
Absolutely, Nagu. You have really picked up the best words from the chapters, and it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure writing these chapters, and we are looking forward for the balanced chapters of the book. Unmesh Patil, thank you. We are also proud of you. I'm happy that you are proud of what we are doing. Ajay Jain, reduce cost will be conserving and optimizing resources. Never before was the productivity going to be as monitored as it is going to be monitored from here on. Every person, every individual, every employee, every vendor, every entrepreneur is going to come under the scanner of productivity. Every customer is going to hold you economical. All the products have to cost less and deliver more value. All the products need to satisfy the requirements of the customer. So customer is going to be the king. In my business, my customer is you, but in your business, I become your customer. So we need to have a very different glasses on how to look at the world after the pandemic and the lockdown is over. But we need to become compassionate with everybody in the ecosystem. What would you like to say on that, Geeta, for this question?
Yes, Rajesh. Compassionate, being accountable, being extremely productive, right from an entrepreneur to the staff, to the employee, to the vendor, everybody becomes accountable to the customer. Like rightly you said, we are also customer to somebody.
Yes.
And another very important point I liked in your book was, in today's period, what is very important is your stop loss and how you stop your non-productive activities.
Yes.
All non-productive activities have to go to the back burner. What we thought we will do trial and error, we will get into this, we will put our feet here, and we would have been experimental into so many areas. Now is not the time to leverage, and now is not the time to get into anything non-productive. And if some business or some vertical of yours is making losses, then also it is time you have to make a stop loss on that.
Yeah,
these are important decisions to make.
Absolutely. Sunny has a very interesting question. Will it be technology for speed or more manpower? Your views. More manpower with technological expertise will be required. Every individual in any organization will be having the skills, will have to have the skills of technical expertise. There is no room for manual work anymore. All the people who are semi-manual and semi-technology based have to become transformed completely. In this 30, 31, 32 days of lockdown, which has already passed by, a lot of people have developed their skills, developed their talents, multiplied their knowledge. In fact, Nagu himself has been involved with such a lot of transformational engineering with his factory, where he has coached all the manpower very aggressively every day, at least 3 to 4 hours on Zoom calls, and made sure that the same person with the same machinery uses technology better and becomes more productive. I would like to request Nagu to comment on that technological part.
No, so we've gone in for a lot of activities. Like, for instance, we keep talking and using the word wow. I've expressed this in some other Zoom call as well. The WOW generally gives a great feeling. And here I feel WOW should stand for war on waste, because money saved is money earned. When you go with that concept, and if you start looking at waste elimination, that is the biggest cost saving, rather than going and slashing somebody else. And then you start improving the productivity of the people concerned. It could be down the line people, your shop line people, your managers, senior management, top management, whatever. You need to only ring one word in. Can you do what you were doing yesterday more efficiently at probably 50, 60% of the time? Because there's so much of other work that we will need to do. So we need to plan, we need to unplan, we need to replan. It's like learn, unlearn. We will need to replan, and then not just stay with the plan, like what you just answered to Sunny. We need to get so aggressive in our action plan. We need to get very active in implementing the plans.
Absolutely. So when you say it is war on waste, another thing to realize as entrepreneurs, people and friends is that war on waste will reduce your waste. It will add to your profitability, but this profitability has to be given back to the customer in forms of better service, in forms of better price points, and in forms of better products. So war on waste will reduce your cost, which will increase your profits, but they need to be invested in the customer. Fortunately for us, everybody has realized, we all knew the value of a customer, but now more than ever, we have realized that the expectations of the customers after the lockdown is over is going to be sky high. It is only with knowledge, it is only with your purpose, it is only with your focus that you will be able to achieve the desired levels which will make a customer happy. The open times are not going to be adding new customers only, but making sure that your product qualifies for rebuying. The true sentiments of a customer towards the company is when he buys from you repeatedly, and then he also refers to you to the other customers. What is your take on that, Geeta?
Yes, today the whole thing is going to be only on two things. It is going to be on efficiency, skill, effectiveness on one side, and how you deliver what you say all the time. It is trust. Only these two things all the time the market and customers are going to look in us, look in all of us. So all we have to establish is commitment. As what we promise, we need to deliver more than deliver. That is the trust aspect. Time and again, when you deliver what you promise is how trust gets built. And that is what the customer is all the time seeking, especially after post-COVID. That is what they will be looking at, safety and trust. And number two is we need to all scale up 10 times more, 10 times, 100 times more in efficiency, in skill building, in effectiveness, because at the same cost, we have to deliver all of this to a customer. That will become the expectation of a customer. So this period has to be honed up only for skill upgradation and mentoring your organization into growing to the next level, leadership mentoring within the organization. All this has to be considered very seriously at these times.
Once the lockdown is opened up, there is going to be requirement of very heavy and very serious introspection in terms of your own skill sets, introspection in the opportunities of your organization, and introspection in the strengths of the team that you have, and introspection of the technology that you're using to do your current business, because a lot of businesses will have a delay start, a lot of businesses will be in action immediately, and a lot of businesses will have to change the course of time. So there are situations where you might have to change the course of time. You have to change the entire business, or you'll have to change the business to a certain extent, or you have to collaborate with some existing businesses and start redefining yourself in the way you do business. So we need to be aware. Don't wait till the last moment. Try to be prepared, try to be on the ground, try to be alive, try to be aware, and try to be innovative and reinventing in what you were doing till yesterday. The same will not be able to continue tomorrow. So you need to be with change plans and strategies. I think Nagu can also add something new to that in manufacturing.
So one very important thing, Rajesh, whether it's construction or manufacturing or any activity, the mindset is very important now. Okay, more than the positive mindset, which everybody is talking about, I would say you need to get into a very productive mindset. So in your mind, you have to accept that when the lockdown is over and when we get back to work, it's not going to be a super highway. Expect challenges. And then say, how are you going to overcome those challenges? Don't get irritated about the challenges. Be prepared. So once the mind is prepared, it looks at ways and means of crossing it. If the mind is not prepared, then it starts getting irritated. Irritation means taking, 10 steps back. So that's not something that you want. So if you plan, and if you say, I'm going to anticipate a challenge and I have a solution for it, let me work. Then, you know what, you'll never have a challenge. Or probably the challenge will not even appear, it will be so small. So the fact that you are not going to be irritated, you're going to be positively looking towards situations which you believe you and the team with you have the strength to cross. The speeder, the faster, as a person, as a team, any organization does this, I think they would reach very quickly.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nandini Shah, for your very encouraging message. These are the times of absolute self-confidence, and there are positive times ahead. This too shall pass. It will define us and redefine us as people, as human beings. The coming days are not going to be purely business and only money related matters. The coming days are going to be compassion, living together, and making the world comfortable even for the other people to live in. Geeta, your last point before we conclude the session today.
Yes, the name of the game today is focus and speed, and that is what we should all be, with a lot of empathy, love, and warmth. As Nandini Shah rightly said, The world is emerging into a very beautiful place. It is not only about business, it is business along with business and growth, and how it is enriched into the community back, and how we are going to enrich the lives around us. That is the main call.
Absolutely. That was fantastic, Nago. That was lovely, Geeta. Sundaram, thank you. Preparation and planning leads to efficient productiveness. That's a very good comment. We all believe in that, and the world believes in that, and we will definitely be a changed world very, very soon. We have already changed. All the scenario has changed, and we have all very well adapted to it, and we will unfold as the lockdown opens up. We will see you tomorrow again in the evening at 4:15 with 2 more chapters of the book, and we will make it interesting and exciting so that we can help you in some way on making some new decisions in your life. And on your comments, we will start taking inputs and try to create some better decisions in our lives also. So thank you so much. Thank you, Nagu. Thank you, Geeta.
Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you, everybody.
Rajesh.
Have a lovely
Thank
evening.
you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.